I don't need a mic, I'm loud enough to. Unless.
Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Jumbo, Palachar, Vakshin, Omasutum Shoka Vinasikar, Ramami Vigneshwar, Om Suryaya Somaya Nirajana, Nirvasyaya Shri. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Shivaya. Om Namah 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 Shivaya.
Dear family and friends, once again greetings to all of you. We've come here to Crematorium. This is the last process now in celebrating this life of our dear, beloved NAIR. So we're going to offer you the next 15 minutes, a time for those that may have not paid their respects to please come through and pay their respects. For those that would love to pay their respect again, you're welcome to do that. This is the last time you will see this physical form of our beloved. So take advantage and take that in, so you have this memory of him, that loving person. And we will, as soon as that is finished, we're going to celebrate his life. And in celebration, we're going to offer tribute. And in tribute, you're going to listen to the characteristics, the qualities, the virtues, the morals, the attitudes and the aptitudes of this loving beloved who walked amongst us. I'm now going to offer you that opportunity for the next 15 minutes to come through and pay your respects. Please. Thank you. Please come through, please. You can come both sides. Om Brahma Murari Surasita Lingam Nirmala Bhashita Chobita Lingam Navaju Navinashakalingam Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Devamuni Prajasidalingam Tamadaram Karunakalingam Ravanada Pavinashakalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Sarvasugandhasulabhitalingam Buddhaviharana Karanalingam Siddhasurasura Vanditalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Kanaka Mahamani Bhushitalingam Panipati Veshita Chovitalingam Daksasuyagna Vinashanalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam Tat Pranamami Sada Lingam Kumkuma Chandana Lepita Lingam Pankajahara Shobita Lingam Sansita Pavinashana Lingam Tatpranamami Sada Shivalingam Tatpranamami Sada Shivalingam Devaganasita Sevitalingam Bhave Bhakti Evachalingam Dinakara Koti Prabhakara Lingam Tatpranamami Sada Shivalingam Tatpranamami Sada Shivalingam Astadadopari Veshitalingam Sarvasamudva Karanalingam Astadarindravinashitalingam Tatpranamami Sada Shivalingam Tatpranamami Sada Shivalingam Tatpranamami Sada Shivalingam Suragura Suravara Pujitalingam Suravana Pushpa Sada Chitalingam Parama Parapara Magnakalingam Tatpranamami Sada Shivalingam Tatpranamami Sada Shivalingam Tatpranamami Sada Shivalingam Om Lingasakamilam Punyapati Shivasaya Shivaka Bhoti Shivaya Samo your family and friends. So we come to that part of the celebration of life where we want to offer tributes. As I mentioned, tributes. We will listen to those qualities and characteristics of our dear beloved Lion State. I'm going to hand over to our MC, Mr.
Vanakkam, namaskaram, assalamu alaikum. Hello to everyone. Beyond the family and friends, we'd like to thank everyone to join us, or joining us to pay tribute to our brother, father, husband, friend, colleague, nonsense maker as well, Megan. I'm not going to elaborate. I think we have a lot of speakers that want to share their views in terms of relationship they've had with Megan. I think he's touched us all. Just in summary, I just want to say that Megan is the youngest grandson of Krishna and Govindama NAIR, the son of Savitri and the late Valyadam, or better known as Sunny Boy NAIR. And he was very proud to be a NAIR. If you're always asking me, he always used to say, I'm a NAIR. And I don't want to share what that means, basically, with everyone. But for those that know, you'll know. We have a few keynote speakers that want to obviously share some memories of Megan. I would like to call up Rodney firstly to say a few words, and then we'll then introduce the next speaker as well. Rodney? Rodney, I think you are a friend, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Best friend. Good afternoon, everybody. The last 15 years or so, Megan and I used to jokingly argue about who's going to be doing whose eulogy every time we met. And I guess this is one argument I never really wanted to win. But today, we gather not just to mourn, but to celebrate the extraordinary life that was of my dear friend, my lighty Mays. It still feels strange to call him was instead of his, because to me, Megan will always be. His laugh, his energy, his mischief, they're woven into the fabrics of our lives. Megan was the life of the party, and not just any party. If Megan was there, it was a party you'd never forget. He had a knack for walking into a room and without saying a word, lifting the whole mood. His smile wasn't just contagious, it was a full-blown epidemic. You couldn't help but be drawn to him. Yes, he was a little naughty at times. All right, maybe more than a little. But that was part of his charm. He had a twinkle in his eye that said, you're about to laugh, whether you like it or not. And he wasn't afraid to stir the pot just enough to keep life interesting. Megan was deeply loyal. If you were his friend, you knew you had someone in your corner. He showed up, whether it was for celebrations, for those random phone calls, or in the hardest moments when words weren't enough, but his presence was everything. Megan had a way of making each person feel seen. He didn't just listen, he heard you. And when life knocked you down, he'd be the one to crack a joke, pour a drink, and remind you that you were stronger. That you were stronger than you thought. It breaks my heart that we have to say goodbye far too soon. 49 years wasn't nearly enough for someone who had so much life in him. But I take comfort in knowing that Megan lived. He didn't wait for the right time to laugh, to dance, to be a little reckless. He embraced the moment, every moment. Megan leaves us with countless memories, stories that will be told and retold. Like the time he left home on a Friday afternoon to buy bread and returned home on a Sunday. Laughter that will echo in our hearts, and the reminder that joy isn't something you find, it's something you create. So today, as we say farewell, I don't just want to cry for what we've lost. I want us to smile for what we had. Megan, you were my friend, my brother, and my partner in crime, more times than I can count. Thank you for every laugh, every adventure, every moment. Rest well, my friend. The party up there just got a whole lot better. Love you always. Thank you.
Thank you. Beautiful words there, Rodney. I think we all can share that sentiment as well. I'd like to call Mr. P. Singh. I do believe he was a teacher, and he's going to share some of the words of wisdom that he imparted onto Megan, and he will probably share some stories as well.
Thank you, Mr. MC. Ladies and gentlemen, the bereaved family, I stand here not on behalf of myself, but on behalf of a group of educators known as the Eastburians. There's a group of over 60 to 70 educators who speak every day, who share stories, and that's how I got to know about Megan's passing on. So, Megan's educators of Eastbury are scattered around the world. I bring to him, to the bereaved family, greetings, condolences from as far away as New Zealand, Australia, the UK, Europe, Canada. His educators are all over, all remember him. So we really want to extend our heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family. I think I would like to begin saying that apart from a very brief bump in the airport about 6 or 7 years ago, I really haven't seen Megan in around 35 years. When he arrived at Eastbury, I remember a person of very small stature. He wasn't huge and muscular like his friends, but somebody could hold his ground. Somebody you could see loaded with talent. As the previous speaker said, there was this glow in his eye, and his demeanor, he was very calm. He came through in Standard 7, and we realized here's a youngster with tremendous talent. He listened, he worked hard, and after his first year, he began winning at athletics. And that's when I took him under my arm, under my wing, and coached him in athletics. And here was a young man, already in Standard 8 only, winning all his races. Not because of his talent, maybe played a small part, and maybe some luck played a small part, but mostly it was because of the hard work he put in with the athletics team, and he was also a very good footballer. So we remember Megan because after school, in the Durban heat in February when it's like 32 and 34 in the afternoon after school, Megan would be there to practice. Megan would be there to train with the teams that would stay behind. So he was very dedicated. And apart from just being fast and furious, he was very aggressive on the sports field, I would say. As calm as he was off the field, on the field, he was hungry for silverware. Always. So, he's very fondly remembered because, apart from the physical attributes, his physical achievements, he was one who knew that he had to perform in the classroom as well, otherwise he wouldn't have the privileges of what happens on the sports fields. So he was very disciplined, and what stood out for us is his character. He was somebody who would stand his ground, somebody who believed in fairness, in justice, and if he had to raise his voice and fight for what's right, he would do it. So we really would like to take our hats off to Megan for the life that he's led, for the friends that he's developed, and very importantly, for the way he has influenced even his educators, that all of them have messaged from far and wide to say, please convey our deepest love for Megan, our deepest respect for him, and it was unknown to them that he was ill. Nevertheless, at this point, I want to say to the bereaved family, they say that time heals, but our experience is otherwise. Time never heals. You will never forget Megan. We will never forget Megan. There will be memories recurring all the time. We have to heal ourselves. We have to detach ourselves. We have to say to Megan, Megan, we release you to travel safely to the celestial home you belong to. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Piesing. Beautiful words. Guys, I know we're running on a bit of a tight schedule, so I would like to just call upon the next speaker, Mahendra. I believe he was also a good friend of Megan. Mahendra, are you here?
Sorry guys, I didn't even know he's speaking on behalf of Megan. But it's a privilege to try to remember, we schooled together since primary school at Eastview, by the way. We went all the way to Matric and we completed Matric at Eastbury Secondary. I've always got fond memories of Megan. Megan was someone that never got into a fight, never had an argument with her. Never had an argument with like anybody. We've heard what a great sportsman he is, but he was great at his career as well. So Megan started working for my company about 5 years ago, and he started to do really, really well, and unfortunately got sick. So he was placed on medical boarding for about 2 years. But he's still part of the Ronford family, and although he wasn't in the office, he was always part of the chats and the discussions and so on. I can remember the last time that we had a year-end function, and to see Megan starting to look at issues, even just cutting his meal and so on was really heartbreaking. But I know I used to shout at Megan actually on the phone, because first when I used to call him and I heard his speech slurred, and I thought, why is this guy drinking during the week or whatever? And he said to me, at my end, when you come up, I'll tell you what's going on. And when I did go to the office and he was there, and he called me outside and he started to cry. And then we only realized that this is quite serious. But we've got to remember Megan, for that smiles that he's had, his cynical comments that he always made, and picking on people, I think he's had a tough last few years. but I think we want to remember him for the joy that he's brought, the amount of love that he had for his family, the amount of love that he had for his friends and everybody that's here. Farewell to you. You'll be sorely missed. That's it for me.
Apologies, Mahendra, for catching you off guard, but I think the family wanted to hear from you as well. I just want to call the next speaker, Zoeb. So this young man was always there with Megan until the very end, helping him, bathing him, changing him. So if he does get emotional, please guys, just bear with him.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of all the brother-in-laws in our family, I'm going to convey this message today. From my Uncle Megan. We gather today to honor and remember Uncle Megan, a man who made a lasting impact on all of us. Whilst our hearts are heavy with grief, we also come together to celebrate the love, the laughter, and definitely the parties. Uncle Megan was a person who always had a smile on his face. He, at an always time, made everybody feel home, everybody feel welcome, and always told us, there's never a party without me. He had a quiet way of making those around him feel valued and important, always taking the time to listen and to care. His presence brought comfort, and his laughter definitely brought joy. He taught us the importance of love, family, and living with integrity. Uncle Megs, I will miss you, and as I always say, I love you, Uncle Megs. That's it for me. Thank you.
Once again, beautiful words, and I think just to pause on that note, the smile. I think everyone will fondly remember Megan had that smile. You'll see those white pearls, and he'll just burst out laughing after he starts smiling. And also in a very naughty, mischievous way. And I think that's a fond memory, or that if you ever have to picture Meg, you'll picture the smile. I want to ask Janie, who's Megan's younger sister, to also come up and say a few words. Janie flew all the way from Scotland. It was obviously not easy sitting in that plane, so also just bear with Janie.
I played the song on repeat, sitting on my 10-hour flight. It's called Supermarket Flowers. When you get a chance, please listen to it. The words will forever be in my heart. You are an angel in the shape of a son, a brother, a husband, a dad, and a friend. Spread your wings as you go, because when God takes you back, He'll say, hallelujah, you are home. And you're home to be free. You fought every day with a smile and never complained. To Nishana, Elise, and Tiana, I can't imagine what you're going through, but we are here to support you always. Nishana, you have been so strong with the challenges you had to face every day. But now Megan can go in peace with a heart filled with love. And as we can see in this room, with so many faces that loved him so much. To my mom, I know it's hard to lose a child, but he's with Dad now, and I hope that brings you peace. To all my cousins and Ishana's family, you were there to support Megan in every way, and we are so grateful, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. To all Megan's friends, let's celebrate his life the way he would want to. So cheers to Megs, and I know he's dancing his way to Billie Jean. Meeting my dad, who's probably shaking his head and saying another party, Megan. I just received a voice note from my little Zara, and I want to play it for you because I cannot say the speech. I can't carry on with my speech. So I'm going to try and play this through the microphone.
A message from Zara. Even though I can't be there today with all of you, I wanted to take a moment to share a few words about Uncle Megan and what he meant to me. We didn't live close, and we didn't get to spend as much time together as I wish we could have. He never got to watch me play football in person, but that didn't stop me from thinking of him often and feeling his presence in my life. Even from far away, I always felt like he was rooting for me in his own quiet way. One thing I've learned is that people we love don't have to be beside us every day to leave a mark on us. Uncle Megan was a part of the story, part of the family I carry with me, and now I carry his memory with me too. As I continue to play football, I'll be playing for more than just wins. I'll be playing for him, for the uncle I didn't get enough time with, but who'll always be proud to represent. I'll take his strength with me onto the field. I'll let his memory push me when things get tough. And when I put on my jersey, I'll know I'm carrying something more than just my name. I'm carrying his spirit too. Uncle Megan, I wish you could have seen me play, but I hope somehow you'll be watching me now. I'll promise to make you proud. To my family, I love you all, and I'm with you in your hearts today. Please take care of each other and give Uncle Megan the goodbye he deserves. Thank you.
Thank you, Janie. It's beautiful. Thank you, Zara, for the message as well. I'd like to call upon Sean, Megan's brother, partner in crime, well, apart from Ishana. I think Sean probably spent more time with him, well, Amit as well. But I think Sean will share all the stories. I don't want to mention too much. Sean was always there for you.
It was the other way about. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to try as difficult as it is, but to make it people, he's gone with our secrets. He's gone with all our secrets, because I'm not going to share anything. And I will share a couple of things that we can share, that he shared. Megan was a fighter. As he did now, he fought. And he fought everywhere we went. You go to a club, and nobody could touch his wife or even look at his wife. He will kill you. And then we got to get in there. And we walk out of Empress Palace. We're walking, and I can't even tell you what happened, but the next thing, my brothers are calming us down, and Nishana and Abdullah, whoever, just saying, calm down, and people are going out with blue eyes and cut heads, and that's who we were. We got walked out by the bouncers, and they hugged us when we went out of there. Megan was just unbelievable. He stood for everything and backed down for nothing. You know, we used to go to clubs. Nishana never knew, but she knew recently. I'll drop Megan off just up the road from, what was it, area? But just up the road from there. And Megan would go in, and Nishana wouldn't be the wiser. the sun's out, and we did that for years. We never let each other down and always had each other's back. The first day he was here, I told him, for his car, when it broke down, Amit, I had to mention it separately. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for being there when I wasn't. And for still being there. Nishana, Tiana, Leo, all your sisters, your brother-in-laws, the kids, thank you all. I counted on you guys, and I say I as part of the whole family. You guys did it, thank you. And you will never be without us. Eunice, thank you for coming today. For those of you that don't know, Eunice was his caregiver. She stood up when we needed it. Nishana and I had some talks. I had some walking on tender feet there. Because Nishana will not take anything less for Megan. And Eunice, thank you. You were there. You were there for Nishana, the family, and Megan. Thank you. We appreciate you. As for the fire station story, most of you know of. However, from a sportsman perspective, Megan was great. We were talking about it earlier with my wife. And to my wife, Avril, I know you loved him as well, and the kids. We're going to miss him, as we've been missing him. But he loves us. My wife made me do everything for Megan that I didn't want to at times. You know it. But again, if it wasn't for that, it wasn't for the families, the friends, I wouldn't be able to stand there strong. And I'm standing strong, and I will be going strong just for you. So today, I can say, with the greatest love, I've never felt this way about losing anyone. And I never thought I would. But I feel it now. And it's going to make me stronger, my bro. I love you. We'll still go fighting. And thanks to every one of you for being here. You guys, be there, I promise. Thank you.
Thanks, Sean. Before we hear from Nishana and family, I just want to give the opportunity to anyone else that might want to say a few words to Megan. We didn't list obviously everyone as a keynote speaker. I know there's somebody in the crowd, or a few people in the crowd that wants to say a few words. Amit, I'm also looking at you, so I know you want to say something. Even Silanana, Bourbonana, I know you guys, Patrick and I actually, I think it's only fitting as the older brother to Megan to maybe hear you say something on behalf of Megan.
Very good afternoon to family, friends, and not forgetting the cousins. And to Ishana, the children, we miss somebody today. And I'm treasured that we spent a lot of time together over the last few years, especially when he was sick. But not forgetting the good times that we also spent and heard about between Tunsul 1 and Tunsul 2. And if you all don't know, we just had one of them, and I don't know who's 2 and who's 1. But they got up to a lot of nonsense. And as cousins, we came to know about it over the years. And yes, we covered for each other. We stood for each other thin and tall. We never went to our parents and complained, because he was one of us. And I can tell you that Megan didn't feel shy when he did something wrong to come up to us and tell us, I've done wrong. And none of us are saints in life or practice to be good, because from his wrongs we all learn as well. Always remember that. Don't profess to be good. You only can be good if you know somebody has done wrong. And he's always come up. He told us, I had some family crisis, I did this, I did that. And he understood it was his pleasurable times that have made him do these things. Yes, but he grew up eventually and became true and true a family man. I think he would have been really, really proud to see these children the way they're doing. But yes, from up there, he's looking down upon them. From all the cousins, we want to say to all of you, we know your meriting over the few years. You all have done an extremely great job. To his dear wife, Ishana, you stood thin and tall next to him. And I think you deserve everything that you've done to him. He knows he loves the club. Besides being a good sportsman, he also loved the good club, Liverpool, just like us, many of the cousins, the few that we also banter and fight with. He knows he won't be walking alone. He has all of us with him. And to once more, Megan, as much as we miss you, I think the illness that took over you, we also mustn't be selfish. That we're really thankful that he has finally gone to his better place of rest. And with that in mind, it just makes it easier to face this burden and trouble, knowing that now he's going to be in better care than us. So once more, as I say, I looked at the earth we followed today. I didn't see any awesome trailer. I didn't see any card that said, this is my one, this is my house. Always remember, you'll come the way that you are going, and that's alone. Just remember that. You take nothing behind you except the legacy and the name that you leave behind. And we learn from the wrongs and the goods from each other. And don't profess too long on the wrongs. Think about the good, because those are the things that bring back memory. You'll never forget it. As you said, you're never ever going to forget it. When you're going to make that cup of tea and he wanted this and he wanted that, the memory is always there, it's long lasting. But he's there, just remember that. And just have one thing in the mind, and I must quote. We all expect to pass this world but once. Any kindness and goodness that we can share with our fellow human beings, let us do it now, for we shall not pass this way again. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick. And I think Megan's father-in-law wants to say a few words as well. Just tell us what a wonderful son-in-law you have.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here and attending Megan's funeral. From the start of his life until the day he got married, he led a very smooth life. And up towards the end, unfortunately, owing to the sickness that led him to be bedridden. But his wife, Ishana, has been there for him from day one up till the end of this day. They have two wonderful children, very disciplined children, Tiana and Leo. I wish they remain disciplined all throughout his life. And Megan, from my side, I wish you a happy journey right towards heaven with our great grace. We will be there to get a child for you. Thank you very much.
Our speaker is going to be Megan's wife, Nishana. I know Nishana didn't want to say a few words, but I think she's emotional, so Nishana will speak on behalf.
Good afternoon, everybody. So I think I would echo all the sentiments of all the previous speakers and all that they had just said about me. My dearest Megan, how do I begin to say goodbye? It's hard to put into words what 32 years with you has meant. The truth is, I don't think goodbye is possible. From the moment we met, you brought light, laughter, and unwavering strength into my life. You were steady, kind, strong, and quietly generous in all the ways that truly matter. You taught me what love looks like, Megan. You gave me a life partnership that some spend their whole life searching for. In these past months, I watched you face one of the life's cruelest illnesses with unimaginable courage. It may have weakened your body, but it never touched your soul and your spirit. That quiet strength, your sense of humor, and your kindness never left you, not for a moment. And those things is what I will carry with me now. It is the deepest honor of my life to say to you that caring for you, sitting with you in silence, and to speak on your behalf when you couldn't, and the love, and to love you every moment until your last breath was my honor to do it for you, Megan, and I will do it all over again for you. You are an incredible father. Our beautiful children, your proudest joy, will carry your love with them always. You gave them strength, compassion, and wisdom that will live on with them forever, and in who they will become. They will miss you with all their hearts, but they will also walk forward with your spirit beside them always. You were deeply loved by everyone who knew you loved you. You didn't need to say much to make a difference. Just your presence was enough, steady, kind, and unwavering. Though my heart is heavy, Megan, I find comfort in knowing that it doesn't end here. You will live on. In the stories we will tell, the laughter we will remember, the lessons you taught us, and in every beat of our hearts that loved you. So rest now, my love. Your pain is over, and your spirit is free. I look for you in the quiet moments, in the breeze through the trees, and in the silence of the morning light. Thank you for loving me, for letting me love you, and for every moment that we shared. Thank you for your strength and your beautiful life. Until we meet again, with all my love, always, Megan.
Thank you, that was very beautiful, Nishana. Before I hand you over to Riaz, I just want to reiterate some of the sentiments that were shared here today. Somebody mentioned the fire station story. I don't elaborate too much on that. But like I said, Megan was the youngest cousin. My dad, late dad, was the oldest cousin, and I think the only person that kind of feared, or wouldn't say feared, but respected and listened to was my father. So I remember the one day, I think Nishana phoned my father and said, Megan is misbehaving. And then he catches Tunso 1 and Tunso 2 at the fire station. Yeah. And I think Patrick and you also summed it up perfectly when you said, you know, we take nothing. The soul, the name, the memories, that's what you leave behind. All other stuff that is material, you come in your material form. You leave with your soul and your name, your reputation. And I think seeing everyone here today speaks to the person that Megan was. I think the only flaw that I would say Megan had was that he was a Liverpool supporter. Yeah, I would never walk alone. Yeah, we heard it. So I want to hand it over to Riaz. And Riaz was very dear to Megan. I just want to display some backdrop. So Riaz is Muslim, guys. And he wants to recite a prayer from his scriptures, and I think he even spoke to Megan about this as one of his last wishes. And if we could also just bow our heads while Riaz recites these verses from his scriptures, the Quran, and we embrace these words as well. Thank you.
to say a few words before I get into my wish, or Megan's wish. I knew Megan since we were kids, and I knew his mom and dad since the time we were growing up. And I must say that he was a fantastic person, and there was never a day in Megan's life where he was sad. Whether he came out first or last on the track, to him, he finished the race. And he was my inspiration. And Mr. Singh was the teacher at Eastbury Secondary at that time when we got into the school, and he was also part of our lives when it came to athletics and academics. And we lived our lives. Megan lived his life to the fullest, and his wife and Leal and Tiana and his mom, his sisters and his late father, fantastic people, and all his cousins and his sister-in-laws. I loved him dearly, and I always will love him dearly. And he was the strongest person that I ever knew. So he asked me when he got ill to take him to the Banuni Mazar, to ease the pain from his body. And he said to me, when I pass away, whether it's a year, 6 years, 10 years, I need you to recite something for me that will actually take me to heaven. And I said, Megan, I'll actually honor that. So we bow our heads. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأوا الفاتحة. قالوا في شأن حبيبنا اللهم ملائكته يصلون على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله سيدنا محمد وأصحابه وبارك وسلم آمين. اللهم اغفر لحينا وميتنا وشاهدنا وغائبنا وذكيرنا وكبيرنا وذكيرنا وانسانا آمين. قلنا بشفي مرضنا وارحم موتنا وارحم على كل غير مسلم ومسلمة حياة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين آمين. اللهم اجعلني من النار آمين. اللهم اجعلني من النار آمين. اللهم اجعلني من النار آمين. يا مجير يا مجير يا مجير آمين. يا الله يا الله يا الله يا غفور رحيم. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. قالوا في شأن نبينا الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله على سيدنا محمد وصحبه وبارك وسلم. بفضل سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. On just behalf of the NAIR family, I would like to thank each and every one of you for attending the procession today. I'd like to thank you, Nishana, Leo, Tiana, for taking care of Megan in the most difficult time for the last 5-6 years of his life. And just being there, you guys were amazing. I'd like to thank Amit, Riaz, the sister-in-laws as well, and the family. Naresh, sorry if I missed out any names, I do apologize. Veshni, Vinoda, Janie, Auntie Saudri as well. Thanks for being there for Megan, taking care of him. we as a family, friends, loved ones, we really appreciate everything you did for him. All the best, Ishana, and we will still be there for you. All right? I'm going to hand over to Guru, Jay, to do the final rites. Thank you, Guru.
Thank you. Dear family and friends, we're going to proceed to the anteroom now. We're due to be there a few minutes ago, so I don't want to waste time because we are also trying to create a situation so we can get the ashes today, so we can dispose of it to Ganga today. So I want to work with the people at the back. We all can't go to the anteroom. Just 6 members of the family are allowed in the anteroom. The others, if you feel inclined to witness the ceremony, there's a double door like this on the other side. You can stand on the outside and witness the ceremony. Thank you. Can we call the pallbearers to please come forward also? Pallbearers, please be come up. Om Namah Shivaya.